Alright guys, Simon here, we're playing Gothic and we just arrived at the new camp for the first time. And I haven't been talking much about game design yet. I have complained about the controls. But I mean, this game is actually fairly well designed. I've been thinking about it when I was taking my break. So consider just kind of the artwork and the designs. I mean, I think what artwork is just kind of polygons and bad texturing. Okay, but then consider like, you know, the color coding. For example, like the old camp is red and the fire mages is red. The new camp is blue and the water mages are blue. And then the sect camp is green, and so there's kind of red, blue and green, and so if you kind of see someone in the distance, you can tell like what affiliation they are just from the colors, which is kind of important when you're talking about a low polygon, you know, low resolution game like this. So you can see really clearly like who people are and what faction they belong to. And what else was? And the enemies too. If you remember, like when we kind of find enemies, when you get close to them, they will kind of they'll be alerted and they'll kind of act hostile, and then they'll make a noise. And then they do it like twice or three times and then they attack you. So you always have the option to kind of withdraw from combat unless you kind of really just run up to them, or just kind of, you know, if you get kind of if they're just around the corner and you kind of turn the corner and you're right on top of them. If they're in the distance, like, you always kind of have the option to withdraw or disengage from the combat, and that's fairly important in this game because early on a lot of the monsters will just kill you really easily. And I'm talking about that, you know, you get to choose your engagements. I mean, you die really easily, but you never feel like the game's unfair because the game always gives you a chance to back away from an engagement. Does that make sense? Whereas even more modern games, like I've been playing Kingdoms of Amalur recently, and also another game that comes to mind is Dragon Age Origins. Like, some people think very highly of Dragon Age Origins. I don't, because that game for me was just one ambush after another. Like, you walk into a room, you get ambushed. You walk into a room, you get ambushed. Like, the monsters just kind of appear out of nowhere, and they're all around you, and you're always surrounded, and you're always ambushed. Like, it's kind of stupid. Like, you walk into a room, you get ambushed. That's basically the game for me. And I don't know. I think that's bad. I really do think that's bad. Whereas in this game, like, and in Kingdoms of Amalur, like, a lot of the times you can engage the monsters on an equal footing, but then sometimes, in fact a lot of the times, enemies will just appear out of nowhere and they will just spawn into the room, and then again you're ambushed, you're surrounded. That's kind of stupid, in my opinion. Like why is there this giant two-headed thing suddenly in the room? Like, where did it come from? I don't know. How can, you know, this massive monster just appears out of thin air? It seems weird to me, right? And this never happens in this game, I don't think. Let me just think about it. Yeah, no, it never really happens in this game. So even though the monsters are really strong and you can die really easily, it never feels unfair. Whereas playing Dragon Age Origins, it always felt like unfair. Like, why am I being ambushed all the time? Like, when's the last time I ambushed someone else? Like, never. It's always me on the receiving end, and I don't understand why that's fun. Anyway, let's go back. Doom 3. Doom 3 is like that as well. I don't know if you've played that. That's a first-person shooter, but you walk into a room, you get ambushed, basically. You walk into a room, something appears out of nowhere and it starts attacking you. That's basically the game. You never get to jump on any of the monsters. They always ambush you. And that's so... It gets old really fast. I don't know if anyone else enjoys that. Anyway, let's stop complaining and start getting into this game again.
Hey, just arrived. We need somebody to take some water to the peasants in the rice fields. This way you can make friends with a few people. What do you think?
Sure.
Sure, I'll be glad to help.
Great. Go to the rice lord. He'll give you the water and tell you everything you need to know.
So we're gonna give water to people, sure. The Rice Lord.
You take care of the rice fields, don't you?
Why? You looking for work?
Lefty sent me.
Oh yeah? What did he say?
I'm to bring the peasants some water.
Right. Here's a dozen bottles of water. There's about twice that amount of peasants, so make sure you share it out evenly.
Not sure how that works. Like there's 12 bottles and 24 peasants or something. So we're gonna give water to people. Hey peasant, what are you doing? Here's some water.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
No problem. We can talk to them. Do you want to talk to them? I don't really want to talk to them. We can though, Horatio.
What are you doing here? You looking for trouble?
Hey, relax. I'm a newcomer.
Huh? You look okay, though. You never know. You get new guys come along thinking they're it every day.
What's a man like you doing with the peasants?
Lee asked me that. I don't fight anymore, except to defend myself. I killed a guy once. And that was once too many. That's why they chucked me in this goddamn colony. It was justice.
How did it happen?
It was just an ordinary bar fight. I didn't mean to kill the guy. I just must have hit him too hard. I was a blacksmith at the time. I didn't know my own strength.
Damn.
Why did you join this camp?
I'll tell you. My only option was to join those sect loonies, and I didn't want to let those gurus of theirs mess about with my brain. In the old camp, I'd have had too much trouble with the guards, but the mercenaries and rogues do have some respect.
They're afraid of you?
Maybe. Anyway, I found peace here, and you should try the same.
Notice how each camp is kind of giving you a different perspective on the others. Like the old camp tells you everyone here is thieves and rogues, and then this guy's telling you that the people here have some respect. Interesting, right?
Can you teach me to be as strong as you are?
Even if I could, what would you use your strength for?
Self-defense.
Self-defense.
That takes speed, not strength. Do you think cracking skulls is better than finding peace?
Good question. I'll think about it. Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. I was just about to start drinking the mud.
So Horatio will teach you 5 points of strength if you give him the right answer. But you don't know the right answer yet. Actually, this try
I've
the
been
last
thinking
option.
the whole thing over.
And? Have you...
Actually, no.
No.
I thought so.
Never mind. We'll find the answer later on, not right now. Is that a thing? No, that's not a thing I can pick up. Alright, let's give the water out. We can talk to them, actually. Let's give him water first.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Not sure if we need to listen to this over and over again.
Thanks, man. A bit longer and I'd have started drinking mud.
Should we ask him?
How are you?
We're working our butts off to make sure we get something to eat.
Tell me about this camp.
It's full to the brim with bastards. If it was up to me, I'd have the mercenaries throw all the rogues out of the camp. They don't do their share and only make trouble.
Whose job is it to make sure everything goes according to plan in the fields?
Everyone's. The Rice Lord's supposed to be watching over the work. But if you ask me, he spends all day sitting in his bunker counting his sacks. Well, him and Homer did set all this up.
Right. So these guys aren't really here by choice, I don't think. Do you need water? No. There was someone else here. This Horatio, this guy? There we go, water.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
Alright. So that's 4. 8 more. Come on, talk to him.
Lefty
Can
Sim.
we skip this? We can't skip the animation though.
Thanks.
5.
Thanks.
6.
Lefty.
7.
Thanks.
Ah yes, this quest. 8.
Lefty Sim.
Thanks.
You do get experience, so that's why I'm doing it. Was that 7? 6 or 7? Or is that 8? No, that should be 8. Alright, let's go down here. Nine.
Lefty sent me.
Thanks, man.
10.
Lefties.
Thanks.
11.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks.
And 12.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some.
Thanks.
Alright, so that should be it. 12 bottles of water, yes, this quest. Ah, Puck. Oh, Pock.
Hi, I'm new here.
It's good to see a fresh face.
You must have been here a long time, huh?
Damn right, boy. I was one of the first.
In that case, you must know a lot about this place.
So-so. I spend most of my time out here just picking rice. That's what let me get so old. We get some rice and the odd schnapps. That's not much, but that's enough.
Why are you here?
Taxes, boy, taxes. My shed was as empty as my stomach, and I just couldn't pay. So one day the soldiers came and brought me here, but it's no worse in here than it is out there. At least I won't starve in here. I always paid my taxes before, all my life. But that wasn't good enough for that son of a bitch with a crown.
That sounds terrible. What a terrible life. Yes. Alright, so we gave them all the water.
Hey, you! Well done. You're useful for something after all. I think this is exactly the right task for you. From now on, you do it every day. Go on with it right now.
Yes, so basically you get pressed into handing out water every day by Lefty. But we're not actually gonna do that every time we walk past. We're gonna avoid Lefty for most of the game.
Do you intend to go through this gate?
Do you intend to stop me?
No, but you should know what's waiting for you. This is not like in the old camp, and not like being with the sect loonies either.
And what am I expecting here?
There are no guards or Templars to look after you. It's every man for himself. The only ones who stick together are us mercenaries.
What do the mercenaries do?
We are the mercenaries of the water mages. Our target is to break free from here. We're working hard for it, and don't plan to take things easy like the guys from the old camp who are just having an easy time resting on the backs of the diggers. And we all follow Lee. He's a great man. He's the one who holds this damn camp together.
What do the mages do?
They investigate the magic characteristics of the ore our scrapers collect in the mine. As far as I know, they want to blow the whole damn ore mound sky high to free us from the barrier.
Sounds dangerous.
They said we shouldn't worry.
Yeah.
You have a massive ore mound here?
You could say that. We could buy the king's wife for that. But we don't give a damn about trading the ore with that old fart. We want to get out of here.
Where's the ore mound?
You want to see a real mound of ore, do you? There's a hole in the middle of the cave. They shove it all in there. But you won't get anywhere near it, I can tell you. The mages and our people guard the ore day and night.
I was just curious.
Massive pile of ore.
What about the rest of the people?
All crooks. They don't give a damn about the camp. I'd rather just have the peasants guarding the front gate.
How are things going at the moment?
The scrapers are still collecting. Once they have enough ore, we'll blow the mound up.
Alright.
Watch your back.
So these are the mercenaries. So you see how they're blue. Everyone's so color coded. They use bows. The other guys back at the old camp use crossbows. Differentiation, man. Although ultimately they're pretty much the same. Like the AI and the but you know, they're cosmetically different. Philosophically different. Hey Homer.
Are you looking for something?
I'm looking for leaks in the dam. I reckon there's a lurker gnawing at the foundations. The beast grinds its teeth and claws against the stones and wooden beams underwater. If it carries on, the whole dam will soon be undermined.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sure, stop that beast from gnawing at my dam.
Yes, we have to kill a lurker.
Did you build the dam?
Yes, I built the dam back when we founded the new camp. Of course everyone helped, but I was the master builder.
Right. So that's Homer. He gives us a quest to kill a lurker. We can do that later on, not right now. So there's a bar here, but you can't get in unless you're a digger or a rogue or a mercenary.
And where do you want to go?
Why, in there.
Forget it. Silas only wants to see scrapers and rogues in his bar.
I'm a scraper, and I'm thirsty.
You don't look like no scraper. You won't get in here like that, boy.
Alright, so they don't let me in because I'm not a scraper. We'll be back soon enough. In the meantime, I think we have permission to talk to Laris, who is the leader of the rogues. So there's the scrapers, which are the diggers, the miners. There's the rogues, and then there's the mercenaries. The mercenaries are above the rogues. Let's save the game and then talk to this guy.